Apple has just unveiled a series of new features for iOS 18, and some of them are truly remarkable. In this video, we'll be covering all the recent announcements made by Apple ahead of next month's WWDC. It's important to note that these are all accessibility features, continuing Apple's tradition of showcasing new accessibility enhancements in celebration of Global Accessibility Awareness Day. Alright, the first feature is quite extraordinary: eye tracking. This AI-powered feature allows you to navigate through iOS and iPadOS using only your eyes. It's not limited to just the home screen or opening apps, it works within applications as well. You can use dwell control to activate elements and access additional functions like physical buttons, swipes, and other gestures, all with your eyes. The front-facing camera sets up eye tracking, likely similar to the Vision Pro, and it calibrates within seconds. Importantly, all data stays on the device. This feature, along with other accessibility features, is specifically designed for users with physical disabilities. While anyone can use it, it's not intended for those without physical disabilities, and therefore might not be as advanced as the Vision Pro. The next feature showcased by Apple is one that will benefit many users, even if they aren't disabled or relying on accessibility options daily, and that is vehicle motion cues. This feature aims to reduce motion sickness by providing a new experience for iPhone and iPad users. The way it works is simple yet innovative. Animated dots appear on the edges of the screen to represent changes in vehicle motion, helping to reduce sensory conflict without interfering with the main content. This functionality leverages the iPhone and iPad's built-in sensors, such as the gyroscope, to detect when the device is in a moving vehicle and respond accordingly. Apple has designed this feature to activate automatically, but it also includes a toggle in the control center for easy on and off switching. Additionally, users can expect to find settings for this feature under the accessibility section, likely in a tab labeled Motion. This feature is poised to be very useful for a wide range of people, significantly enhancing the comfort of traveling in vehicles. This next feature is quite interesting and might seem familiar. It involves creating vocal shortcuts that let you assign custom phrases for Siri to understand. This allows Siri to launch shortcuts and complete complex tasks. Here's how it works. First, choose an action and record a phrase to teach your iPhone to recognize your voice. Repeat the phrase 2 more times for accuracy, and then from the home screen or any other location, say the registered phrase to trigger the action. For example, if you set up the phrase rings, saying it will open the Activity Rings app. This feature is cool and will likely be beneficial even for non-accessibility users. This next feature is really cool, and it can be appealing to everyone, not just those with accessibility needs, and that is Music Haptics. It provides haptic feedback in sync with the beat of the music, originally designed for people who are deaf or hard of hearing. However, many people will enjoy using it regardless of their hearing ability. The Taptic engine in the iPhone will produce tactile textures and refined vibrations to match the music's audio. Apple has announced that this feature works with millions of songs in the Apple Music library and will be available as an API for developers. Apple's visual indicates a new icon for this feature, located to the right of the song title. It looks like a small music icon with circles to represent vibrations or haptics. You can probably tap this icon to turn the feature on or off, and it seems it will be accessible from the lock screen as well as within the Music app. Next up, iOS 18 is introducing several new CarPlay accessibility features. Users will have voice control, allowing them to navigate CarPlay and control apps using just their voice. There's also sound recognition, enabling drivers or passengers who are deaf or hard of hearing to receive alerts for car horns and sirens. For those who are colorblind, CarPlay will include color filters to make the interface easier to use. Additional visual accessibility features, such as bold text and large text, will be available, and these enhancements can also benefit non-accessibility users who prefer larger or bolder text. Voice control is another feature likely to be popular among all users, not just those with accessibility needs. The upcoming feature is quite unique. It's geared towards improving speech recognition on the iPhone. It utilizes machine learning to identify speech patterns, particularly benefiting individuals with conditions like cerebral palsy, ALS, or those who've had a stroke. Essentially, it allows your phone to comprehend your speech nuances better, adapting to your unique way of speaking. Coupled with vocal shortcuts, it promises to be a boon for those facing challenges with speech recognition, ensuring Siri accurately understands their commands. Apple also highlights forthcoming accessibility features in VisionOS set to launch later this year. These include system-wide live captions, particularly beneficial for Vision Pro users, alongside enhancements such as reduced transparency, smart invert, and dimming of flashing light. Apple has introduced several new accessibility features in iOS 18. While VoiceOver itself isn't new, iOS 18 will bring new voices, a flexible voice rotor, custom volume control, and the ability to customize VoiceOver keyboard shortcuts on a Mac. Voice control will support custom vocabularies and complex words. The Magnifier app will feature a new reader mode and an easy way to launch detection mode using the action button on the iPhone 15 series or, presumably, the iPhone 16. Users with low vision will benefit from hover typing, which enlarges text in text fields in their preferred font and color. Live speech will include categories and work simultaneously with live captions. For those with physical disabilities, the virtual trackpad for assistive touch will allow device control using a small, resizable trackpad area on the screen. Switch control will be enhanced to recognize finger tap gestures as switches using the iPhone and iPad cameras. Braille users will gain faster control and text editing with new features in Braille screen input, support for multi-line Braille with dot pad, various input and output tables, and Japanese Braille support. Additionally, the personal voice feature introduced in iOS 17 will be enhanced in iOS 18, allowing the creation of a personal voice using shortened phrases and extending availability to Mandarin Chinese. So, what do you think about these iOS 18 accessibility features? Are they something that you're going to use? Do you have maybe a family member or friend who relies on accessibility? What do you think overall of these upcoming features? And again, keep in mind the main non-accessibility features are going to be shown off at WWDC in June, where Apple unveils iOS 18. So if you're not subscribed already, make sure you are subscribed so you don't miss out on all of my upcoming videos on iOS 18, and I'll see you guys in the next one.